It's Tonic Tuesday, and I know it has been a little bit of time, a couple Tuesdays, and I wanted to make sure you knew that I'm still doing Tonic Tuesdays. What are Tonic Tuesdays for those of you who are new to this? We are discussing, we have nice, lovely live chats while I make and drink a hot, creamy, sweet, delicious, good for you morning drink that will go, hey John B, missed you, that will go in a thermos and I can sip it throughout the day. Or it will be on the stove and I will heat it up throughout the day because I like to have hot liquids with Chinese herbs in it throughout the day to warm my spleen because I eat a lot of raw food. So, hi everybody, hi my sweeties, Sarah and Teresa and John B. Why, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. And Sutton. Why make tonics? Well, the reason I started making them, and there's a tonic ebook up on my website, and if you want it, get it now because it's going to come down. It's a limited edition where I will be having my new tonic ebook up. So I started making them in probably 2010, 9, earlier, probably 2007. Because I was eating a lot of raw food and having the tonic herbs helps warm the spleen. So I didn't realize it at the time, but I was drawn to having 100% raw food and tonics throughout the day, and I was able to stay completely raw for 10 years. And while I'm not completely raw, I've continued with the tonic herbs because they help you. So with these sweet, creamy, hot tonics, I don't have to have coffee because I make them taste like coffee very frequently. And I don't need to have coffee, which doesn't love me. I love coffee, but it does not love me. So I get to have hot, creamy drinks with these Chinese herbs that are good for my organs, that warm up my spleen, which is the fire in our belly. It's the like the stove that helps our digestion. We need the heat for our digestion. So yes, a raw food diet all by itself could definitely be too damp and too cooling. But if you are having, if you are having hot drinks with the Chinese herbs to when I can, okay, and right now today we're having a beauty tonic because the base of it, it's kind of like starting an outfit out with your shoes. Like you decide what shoes you're going to wear and then you work from, it's like the ground up. Or when you're designing a room, you always choose the floor. What's the flooring going to be? What's the rug? And then you go up. The same thing with the tonics. New analogy, by the way. In here is hot spring water with oat straw tea and Pau d'Arco. PAUD''ARCO. Oat straw. Both I got at Mountain Rose Herbs. It's a wonderful place to get huge bags of herbs for not a lot of money, and you have all of the benefits. So this alone would be a tonic. This would be like a tonic tea. But because I like mine to taste like coffee in the morning, not always, but today, and mostly every day, unless I'm on like a ginger kick, you know. The dandy blend, if it gets moisture in it, will be problematic. So you don't want to get moisture in it. Dandy blend. Nice, Teresa. So I think Ani Honey is here too. So this, if your dandy blend gets hard, it's okay. Here's a nice chunk of it. It's normally a powder. So we have dandy blend. We're gonna have a little cacao. I notice when I don't have cacao, I've been having no caffeinated beverages aside from a little bit of cacao in the morning. So I'm going light on it. Normally I could do 2 tablespoons easy for myself for like 3 cups of tonic, but I'm just gonna go like 1 and see how it is. I've been I eliminated coffee, I eliminated tea, I eliminated, and those things that I would reach for if I felt tired, or those things that made me feel up and then down, and I've been way more regulated. I've noticed since I've been having the cacao tonics in the morning, there's a little more fatigue in the afternoon, so I may decide to cut that out. The usual suspects, that's so cute. We have the usual suspects here. John, you're right. How can you take care and nourish the spleen? Well, I want you to call jingherbs.com. Jing Herbs. There's Dr. George and John is really knowledgeable. They're both very knowledgeable about what herbs would be right for you. So that's the beauty of the tonics. Let's say you want beauty, you can use beauty herbs. If you want energy, you use energy herbs. If you want to specifically warm the spleen, I would suggest calling them and seeing what they would recommend for you. They have beautiful blends, like a Jing blend. We want to pay attention to our not only our chi, which is like the movement in our body. We want to pay attention to the Jing, which is like the fluids and the life force energy, and we want to pay attention to the Shen, which is spirit, and they have blends for all of that. And just having herbs for me warms my spleen, so I do it intuitively, what I feel like at a moment, but it is different. It's a mineral from the Himalayas, and I am going to use it. It's normally in my Now Alchemy. It's not in this one. This one has ormus and gold, which I will use. This is a great alchemist makes the Now Alchemy products, so you can check them out and also get a DARA discount. Both of those places you can, and Four Sigmatic as well. But for big bags at home, I use Jing Herbs because it's more economical. When I'm on the go, I use Four Sigmatic because there's little packets. So I would say Jing Herbs, DARA discount, and they'll talk to you and tell you what they would recommend, and you just get them, and you feel happy, and you can feel it's a difference. There's definitely a difference. And if you don't want cacao, you can just do a Dandy Blend tonic. And my tonic recipes have non-cacao elixirs. It's basically a drink that's good for you, and I make it taste good. You're so welcome. Well, that's true. I don't eat cold. I eat raw food, but I don't eat cold food. If you notice, my bananas are not really frozen. Sometimes they are if you have an abundance of bananas and I freeze them and I can use them in a smoothie, but usually it's room temperature. I have never had an out of balance splenic situation because of the tonic herbs. So if you can't have tonics, then you're going to want to eat some cooked food, obviously. And if your body craves cooked food, meaning steamed things and potato things, it's totally fine. And the tonic herbs are still good for you. So what it means, like when you have a spleen, there's a great video I did with an expert called Rehmannia. It's up here on the channel, Rehmannia, Rehmannia. And that's a great herb as well. Good for the thyroid. So, me too. I like my salads overnight, next day, not in the refrigerator. I totally agree. I like my food just room temperature. So Rehmannia talks about how, and I am of the same belief. Like, yes, the Ayurvedic practitioners and Chinese practitioners have been learning for thousands of years, cook your food. They don't live, and they didn't live with an onslaught of toxic overload like we do today. Off-gassing of formaldehyde from pressboard cabinets and furniture, off-gassing of carpets, off-gassing chemtrails in the sky, or Windex, or cleaning supplies in a hotel or office or bathroom. And those are the things that we're unwittingly ingesting, never mind chemicals that may be in our food or weird things in our water. So when you go have a cup of coffee out, if it's not organic, there's tons of pesticides in it, and they're not using Mountain Valley spring water to make it, so consider that. So we have a lot of chemicals in our world, and so to me, the best way to get rid of them is the raw food. So why not take the genius of the raw food and the serious genius of 1,000 years of science and these herbs and use them together? Hey, Rick. I am so glad you're here. That sounds like you had a Darathon. Hi, Dara. I'm new to your channel. Must have watched 10 videos last night. That, my dear, is called a Darathon. Not term coined by me, coined by somebody who messaged me. My boyfriend and I watched you all weekend. And I've heard it from some other people. I'm glad because it's only good information, and I'm only showing you what we're, so you have to know that everybody's different. I'm 5'4". I live in sunny Venice, California. I am, of a certain countenance. I am a projector in human design. Some people are hardier than others. 10 videos in one sitting. That's awesome. I love it. I wonder which ones you saw and which hairstyles you saw and what I was like and what I was doing. Oh, my battery is not charging, and it should be charging because I have it plugged in. I've been very good. Don't know why. Let's try liking it again. Okay, so let's make our tonics. So now you guys know why in general and why I make tonics. And they just make me happy. They're also a way to nurture yourself. It's like, okay, I'm having my tonic, and that's a beautiful part of the day, or any part throughout the day that we have them. You've had a Dara day, Sarah, where I watch lots of videos, especially if I'm feeling low and craving the wrong foods. So yeah, it's good to just tap in there and see. It's almost like a deck of tarot cards. See which one comes up for you, and maybe there's a message in it. Because sometimes when I'm making food, I say something that somebody needed to hear, or go back for me, because I don't go back. Yeah, roasted and steamed veggies, I like at night. And I like raw foods during the day, especially since it's warm out. So that's just me. So far we've got Dandy Blend, we've got Cacao. We are gonna have a pinch of salt, because I like salt. I think even at Whole Foods. Found me through DTM. Aww. Oh, that's so nice, Rick, that you're gonna show your wife. I'm gonna just comment on the next, I'll give a shout out to her next Tonic Tuesday. I'm good health personified. John, thank you, that's so sweet. The video, the lover chocolate, that's Rochelle. So now we have our heated tonic tea. Amy, hi Amy. Well, she can watch this one, that's awesome. It's so much fun to do this together as a couple. If you have the joy of being able to be on a health journey and rise higher and higher with your partner, it's the best thing ever. Seriously. I feel for people whose partners eat the standard American diet, and there usually is, I had heard of a raw food counselor who counseled couples where one person was really getting higher and the other person was staying the same, and there needs to be relationship counseling for that. So what else are we gonna have, you guys? Sometimes I put a little pepper in. The herbs, yes, that's what's needed. I decided, I don't want to heat that up too much. So, I feel like I took, I did take them out already. They're in shoe boxes, in brown bags. Ashwagandha is always good. Ashwagandha will help you have no stress. So will CBD oil in the Now Alchemy. And I put some of that in there, or I'm going to. This is pearl powder, which if you are low in vitamin D, you could lose hair. I do make tonics when traveling, absolutely. I take my herbs with me. I will, if I'm going to be somewhere for a long time, like Florida, I can send them wherever I go. But I travel. Four Sigmatic, you can also get a discount from them. Wonderful company, little packets. So absolutely, when I'm on an airplane, before I get on, I order an organic coconut milk at Pete's at the coffee shop. I get coconut milk steamed or almond milk steamed, and then I put in little packets of Dandy Blend and little packets of Four Sigmatic herbs, and I get to sip throughout the 6-hour flight in here my tonic. I do it on the way there and on the way back, and it really helps. And then in the mornings, I usually won't use fat. Like if I don't have Vitamix or NutriBullet with me, then a little cacao, a little Dandy Blend in the herbs, and a sweetener. But the fat needs to be emulsified. That's why we blend. But if you're not adding a fat, then you could have herbs wherever you go, in any tea, in anything. Okay, so we have that. We have pearl powder. and we have Reishi. I need Reishi today. I've been missing my Reishi, and I think they would go, what is that? I would be curious if I'd be allowed to take this on the airplane. I haven't tried in this sort of bag. Usually it's in, and I have to get some Four Sigmatic like pronto because I will be traveling soon. And I must have my tonic herbs because I notice when I don't have them, it's sad. It just feels different. I used that, and we're gonna use a little coconut oil, or you could use a little olive oil. Hold on a second, I have to get my coconut oil. We're going to be in my upstairs apartment later, so that will be fun. Maybe we'll have a nighttime with Dara. So just a little bit of coconut oil, and we're going to need our strainer, and that's how easy. Pinch of salt. My sweetener of choice lately is monk fruit or stevia. I haven't been using a lot of coconut sugar. I just don't feel like I need it. I've been laying low on the sugars unless it's fruits. But that's okay. If you want to use a little coconut sugar or organic sun-dried cane juice crystals, just do it. Have a little stevia and a little sugar because then it will make you use less sugar. The stevia will bump it up a notch, you know. I have to clean out. I have smoothie. It's so true. If you don't clean your dishes from the night before, you're carrying over the energy from the day before. Luckily, I had such a good day yesterday that I'm carrying over beautiful energy. But I prefer to have everything nice, neat, and clean. But the housekeepers are coming today, and I'm moving to the upstairs today. So I let it kind of go the night before. It's kind of like my treat, like where I don't have to do anything. Yes, Ronald, thank you for your advice about the spleen. That's a very good question. This reishi was not dark brown. I'm not sure the type. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take loose herbs. You guys are so sweet to each other. So let's blend. And if anybody needs intuitive sessions, there is on my website, daradubonnet.com, there is a button and you can read about my intuitive sessions and you can pick from the menu what you want to talk about. And I am helping people and it's really great fun. And it's working. Look, look, look. I'm actually able to do feng shui via FaceTime. Talk about how to switch careers via FaceTime. Look at that. Oh, did I put the sweetener in? I don't think I did. And it doesn't need it. It tastes like coffee without sweetener. But I'm going to put a little in because I feel like it. So switching apartments. Yeah, this tonic is amazing. I wish I could feed it to you. It came out just divine. It came out like a little latte. You could put a little cinnamon, a little vanilla. So it's perfect. So now we can go take a moment and just sit. And if anybody has any questions for me, I can answer. We're doing on very soon, Jenna and I, she's coming from London, and we're going to be doing videos about, for her site, about different human design types. And it's so important to know what you are, the different human design types, and how to eat for them. She's going to answer questions. And that's special recordings for her site. So that's a new venture we're doing. And okay, so here we are. Does anybody have any questions about intuitive sessions, about my experience as a projector? I get to be, as Jenna says, I'm an opportunist role model. So that means all throughout my life, I've collected wisdom and information and opportunities. And now, in this part of my life, I'm 51, I get to be the wise woman on the hill, or I am the wise woman on the hill. And it's time for me to share all of the things that I've collected: feng shui, astrology, human design, goddess archetypes, all the things that have helped me. And I have a way of seeing in and seeing. There's a bit of clairvoyance where I can see, like, I get images of somebody at their highest potential. And it's really, I am 51, honey. That's very sweet. It gets better if you do it right. If you eat clean and you follow your heart, it gets better because you get wiser. And that's where I'm at now. And now I'm sharing my wisdom with people one-on-one, and it's really uplifting. That's really sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Cheers to you. So let's light a little Palo Santo, and I'm so excited, you guys. Besides the intuitive sessions, which are like off the hook exciting, because I've been an intuitive my whole life, and it's how I have created blessings. I follow my spleen, I follow my heart, I follow my intuition. Aw, you guys are so sweet. And I've brought out my crystal toning bowls because before sessions and after sessions, and oh, this is so nice. It's Palo Santo in a little bowl by Dust Ceramics. You can look them up on Etsy. The dearest, most lovely human beings. So I want you to check them out, Dust Ceramics. So this bowl, this crystal toning bowl, I have been a distributor in the past, and I'm re-signing up. So you guys are going to be able to get the bowls via me. This, like today, today I'm signing up to just make sure the paperwork is in order, and hopefully that will all go through, and then we can, they're quartz crystal, they're crushed quartz crystal, and this one has moldavite in it. What's a relatively cheap herb you would suggest for anxiety? Ashwagandha all the way, all the way. Ashwagandha and CBD oil. That's what I would suggest for you. And howlite, the stone howlite. It's white. Is there a birthday today, Teresa? Happy birthday to you. You can order this through me soon. That will be exciting. And that's happening like soon. And then as far as hyperthyroid, I'm going to suggest Anthony Williams' thyroid healing book, The Medical Medium, because he addresses all thyroid issues, and I'm not an expert. Isn't this so fun? It just changes everything. It's like almost like I can feel the energy just move away, whatever doesn't belong, and then it just settles, like pretty settles. I order online. I'll order like on Amazon, just any organic or one that looks like a reputable company. I don't have one in particular at the moment for ashwagandha. So between this, my watercoloring, fresh flowers, taking baths, lighting Palo Santo, those are Dara things you can add daily. Making the bed, making sure the kitchen feels good, moving through the house, opening up the windows, fluffing pillows, moving energy, shifting the furniture a touch. Those are all things. This is very clearing, isn't it? So I love you guys. Now it's time for me to move my my stuff upstairs. I know you get it a lot, but you do look incredibly young for your age. Do you do anything special to retain your youth beyond diet? No, I have no idea what those things are. I do think it's an enormous amount of greens, juicing, smoothies, green smoothies, salads, eliminating things that make you puffy and heavy, and yeah, it's the diet really, and of course moving your body. And I do take infrared saunas, although I haven't in a couple weeks. So that is in order today. Thank you for the reminder, Sarah. It's good clean living. I think it's good clean living and making sure you're happy, like removing stress, because stress, you could eat the best diet, you could sit in the sauna for hours, you could run, but if there's stress, you're not going to look and feel young, because stress will age you. Stress will cause some serious ailments. Yep. And have fun. Laugh. My sun sign and my ascendant. My sun is Capricorn, and the planet that was rising the moment I was born is Virgo. I have Virgo rising, and I have a Cancer moon. Thank you, Laura. Know thyself. Know thyself. That's a good one. I'm an INFP. I am a projector in human design with splenic authority. It's very important to know yourself, and then you have permission to be you. Oh, wow. So we have some stuff in common. We're like double earth and water. How lovely. I know. Isn't this just lovely? I'm glad you like them, John. It's important to know ourselves and then to understand other people. Big kisses from Paris, France. How lovely. Virgo, Pisces rising, and your moon is in Aquarius. Lovely. I have a lot of Aquarians around me, and Pisces is so imaginative, and Virgo is so about health and beauty. So you guys, I have to go because I have to go sort out my downstairs and move my stuff upstairs. So there'll be videos from my upstairs apartment, the original, and we will have a lovely time up there. Hold on. I love astrology. I love human design. I will let you know when the bowls are on my site. That's the next thing up. Have such a lovely day. I can feel it. We started the day off beautifully, or ended the day over there with John because it's late. You're a humanistic astrologer. What does humanistic mean? For astrology. Oh, yes, it's so nice to know. NAD. Well, if there's anything you want me to see after we hang up, you can post it in the comments, because I don't see the running comments when we're done. And if there's anything you want anybody else to know. Also, you can join live with Dara Dubonnet on Facebook, because that's where you can share things more than just a thumbnail of yourselves. And of course, there is More with Dara, which is the private little membership site, which is way more personal. It's a transpersonal and more psychological astrology. Lovely. That sounds so wonderful. Well, there you go, everybody. There's a humanistic astrologer amongst us. Bye, everybody. I'm so glad I got to see you. John, I'm happy, so happy you're here. A true gentleman. I hope John G shows up next time. We'll see him somewhere. So nice to converse with you too. And I'm going to see you guys super soon. Love you.